The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 55 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. To throw, it's Brees. But Drew Brees, into his 40s now, doesn't have the strong arm that he once did, but don't tell this defense that right now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 23. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Garoppolo again. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That's caught, and he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
To kick off for San Francisco.
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. Well, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Flush to his right. And he finds Cook.
They're not even trying to do anything.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 54 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make our score 15-8.
Makes the score Saints 15, 49ers 8.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Garoppolo able to get this complete to Ayuk. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Garoppolo on first down. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And down inside the 15 he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Samuel there to make the grab. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 15.
That ties the game, 15 all.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Breeze. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Make it happen! Intercepted. The Niners take
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think it's...
And he's taken down here by the Saints. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here we go on fourth down with Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
Once again, it's Mostert, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 14 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front. That'll almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
46-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Breeze now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 54 yards. And the Saints can take the lead if they can hit the extra point.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo, a touchdown pass to Brandon Ayuk. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
Well, partner, this hasn't been the smoothest day for him, but he certainly picked the right time to get right, as they like to say. How about that for a touchdown?
Boy, he did. I guess they say all's well that ends well. It's not over yet, but you're right. He picked a good time for that first touchdown pass.
Exactly right. Not over yet. The defense is going to have to make it hold up.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Murray. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. On 2nd down, it's Murray. He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. To throw is Breeze, eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
27.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because
he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And now they get the timeout call. So they got one of the big plays that they needed. Can they do it again? Don't change that dial. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One final try now for Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. That'll bring up second down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. That was second down run for Murray. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Breeze to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So 3rd down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, Kamara works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Escape. Now Breeze lost the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 15 yards on the play, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. What can Garoppolo do now with his drive? Rush coming, and he's taken down. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
No, but I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them